So this is a new format of video I'm going to be trying to do, or going to be doing. I want your opinion on it. This is a format that I saw a guy named Vapid in Gaming make on DSP, or he was doing commentaries on DSP videos, DSP gaming videos. So I'm trying to do that myself. I feel like this... let me get this out of the way, Bandicam. Yep. I feel like this gives a more authentic feel to what I'm watching. It may be more boring because I'm not editing out, well, I'm going to edit out some stuff, but I'm not like doing some hardcore editing right here. What you see is what you get for the most part. But I'm recording this way because I want to give a more authentic reaction, and until I get my webcam up and running, or pretty much until I find it, it's going to be just the screen like it is. So, like I said, new format. Unfortunately, I'm on a TV screen that's 720p and not my actual monitor that I've been using, which is 1080p, so everything's going to be kind of smushed. So, this is the video that people wanted me to make a commentary on. This is the transgender video. This also features the one where he's talking about his child, and that's the main part that pissed me off anyway. But we're going to go ahead and look at this, give my authentic reaction to it. I've heard a tiny bit of this in St. Patrick's Day Massacre's video. So, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and start this, shall we?
Disclaimer. I have nothing against trans people. I don't care if you're a man who identifies as a woman. I don't care if you're a woman who identifies as a man. I don't
2007,
care
guys.
who you want to have sex with or what you wear. All I care about when I meet someone new is this someone cool? Is this someone I can hang out with? Do we share any interests that I can relate to?
Is this person easily manipulated? Can I use this person for an agenda later on? Do I need to bring up T. Kyle again? Almost every person that Asalieri has come in contact with in person that has been a long-time friend, it seems, later on finds out that they were used in a way that they were taken advantage of. They were used for some sort of agenda. He was only there when he wants them to make, or he's only there when he wants them to be in videos and make videos and everything. Again, I need to bring up T. Kyle again, but that's exactly what T. Kyle said. He was only his friend when he fit into an agenda or wanted him to make videos with him, and otherwise, like, he never heard from him, it sounded like. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all Asalieri thinks about when he's meeting somebody.
See, the sex you identify yourself as, nor
it's a
your
way
sexual
generic response, though, on his part.
Any of my business. And you shouldn't force the issue either. I think this is the best way to approach someone, too. Not everyone meeting someone new is thinking, gee, I wonder if this individual is someone I can have sex with. And if this is the mentality you're approaching new people with, you're part of the problem.
Well, you can't say that isn't going through other people's head when they meet each other. A lot of girls that come up to... I'm pretty sure this has happened to you. A lot of females that come up to you, I'm pretty sure there's some that just don't talk to you. Some that they're looking for a relationship and they're walking around with that mentality. This is usually single people. Single people flock together, and if a person is single and they're looking at another single person, they judge them and they're like, huh. Then that first part that you say, is this a person I want to hang out with? Is it? So really, and it's also common sense. Guys and girls both know that if they get together for a certain amount of time, something may happen. Someone may start feeling feelings for the other person, and usually women get away with this. You know, they have that friend zone, but that's, in my opinion, mainly a power problem or a power issue on their part. But to say that, you know, a guy and a girl meeting each other, mainly single, nothing's going to happen there, I don't know. Good or bad, the person could say, ugh, man, this person, he's too fat, or he's too short, he's too tall, he's too thin, and I just don't want to talk to this person because, and especially if they find out that they're, now, single. Usually if they are in a relationship already, that problem doesn't occur as much, because unless the girl is a hoe or something like that, or the guy's a pimp and and one's cheating on the other and vice versa, usually that problem isn't there, because at least if you're faithful to the person, nothing's going to happen. So I don't know. Like, you make it sound like that's not an issue at all, but in fact, it's very common, mainly with single people. I don't know the statistics on how many people are single, but yeah, this issue is probably more... It's more of an issue than you think.
Conversely, trans people, I think it's incredibly imposing and unreasonable of you to force people to ask everyone... when they meet, what their preferred pronouns are. My daughter has very short hair. When people unfamiliar with us call her a boy, I don't let it bug me. You know why? Because
you correct them? No, of course not.
Forming and adjusting their own points of view on you as they get to know you more and more. I'm not the other people's thoughts police. It's wrong to police thought of any kind.
Well, in my opinion on this issue, this little short segment with him saying that someone comes up and calls her a boy, really the solution, in my opinion, is quite simple. You think, okay, does my daughter identify as a boy? Is my daughter going around saying, I want to be a boy, I want to act like a boy? If not, then the problem is easily solved. You correct the person, and also think about this. It is pretty bad on their part. They can think whatever they want. That's perfectly fine. There was a person I saw yesterday at the mall I was at that looked like a girl, but I didn't know if it was a boy with long hair. I couldn't tell, but I didn't say, hey, guy, and it possibly being a girl, what's up? I didn't do anything like that, because if I don't know, I usually don't, cause that awkwardness and cause that problem to begin with, where a person may feel offended. It's a problem easily solved. But the person that came up to you and said, hey, or called your daughter a boy, they probably should have not spoken up if they did not know themselves. That's my solution. I think it's a pretty easy one, but I don't know. I think that person that called your daughter a boy without knowing for sure was probably an asshole.
At least in a free world. If these folks I meet once in a lifetime call my girl a boy, it's no sweat off my back. And my daughter is being taught to be strong and to be whoever she feels she is.
How is being insulted being taught to be strong and be whoever she is? Okay, I've been in this situation before when I was little where I wasn't really defended as much, and it caused me to grow up with severe depression. Little girls and children especially are not really taught to grow up with that feeling of, be tough and deal with the problems. Usually they need someone to stand up for them if they're being insulted in some way. I don't think your daughter may be bullied, but again, if she is constantly hearing this stuff, she is probably going to be forced into that gender role that, that she shouldn't have to worry about, that you're talking about right now. Because apparently she's not having anyone stand up for her, and you're just standing there while she gets insulted. But she's being taught gender roles and what identifies as which and everything, when really it shouldn't be that big of an issue. My girlfriend right now has short hair, but people don't call her a boy, and it's not a problem with us, but that's because, I can stand up for her. She can stand up for herself. But as a child, and this is coming from experience, because they're very impressionable. Children are very impressionable. And to have someone not stand up for her, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I don't think it's a good idea, in my opinion.
Regardless of the judgment of others. So what prompted this? So recently I was introduced to this webcomic called Assigned Male, which is possibly the most condescending, insulting, horribly written tripe ever made. It's about an egocentric little 11-year-old trans kid who makes it her life's mission to force every damn person surrounding her to adhere specifically to her views. She also has a penis.
Whoa down. If you're going to make a point, slow down so we can read. I love. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there was a video that, going off topic here, a video that was made against Asalieri, and they were pointing out comments that several of the viewers made. And Asalieri's response was, well, if you're going to show proof, you need to slow down so we can actually read. Well, same goes for here. I cannot see and read that or a majority of your viewers probably can't see or read that fast, so we're going to have to take your word for it. I haven't read this comic. I'm not going to go read it, simply because I probably know what it's about anyway, and I've heard other people talk about it. But I want to see the generic response, or the generic telling of the story by Asalieri. Let's go ahead and see. I want to see if he actually gives us, the proof that an issue is here in the first place. Actually tells us what's in the comics. So let's go ahead and see. Or if he just expects us to take his word for what it is.
So she is what most people would refer to as a he. Only it bugs her to be called a he. She wears her hair long, and she wears exclusively dresses only to pound the point home that yes, she identifies as a she, and any mention of the contrary will send her into a convulsive high and mighty rage. Problem: 11-year-olds do not talk like this. The author clearly has no clue how to represent children. Her only concern is to shove her dogma down your throat and tell you you're a horrible human being for being cis.
So what does this have to do with the first part of this video in the first place? Because it sounds like we're in now I'm starting to actually get into the video. I thought the first part was boring, but anyway, what does this have to do with the first part of the video? This is almost an entirely different issue. This is a person that identifies as a female that is actually he, that is being told that they're a he. See, this is actually a simple issue. I'm trying to think of something similar in this situation. Someone comes up and says, or you're walking around and you're trying to, and again, this is just something off the top of my head. You're wearing all black, you're wearing, the gothic look and everything, and then someone comes up and says, man, that's a nice a nice wardrobe you have right there. Looks like you're trying to look like, and again, just something off the top of my head, looks like you're trying to look like a scene kid, you're wearing all that. Yeah, it's a simple misrepresentation of what the person is trying to get across as what they're trying to be represented as. This is actually a simple problem. I'm going to go ahead and say that he is a she, is trying to be represented as a she, but other people are calling her a he. So, again, if someone calls you something that you're not, or you're not trying to be represented as, I see the problem there because it's insulting. If you are blatantly trying to look like a girl, and people are calling you a guy, and you want to be identified as a girl, there's a problem there. But Asalieri doesn't see this, of course.
Gee, where have I seen the noble art of cartooning twisted for a political agenda like this before? Yeah. Assigned Male makes me wish people...
How the fuck... So, a person wanting to be identified as a girl, that dresses like a girl, wants to be identified as a girl, obviously, that gets called a guy, is just like PETA? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, again, very oversimplified and exaggerated, more exaggerated than simplified comparison here. What the hell? Like, are you kidding me? It's not a political agenda. It's simply raising an issue that someone is being identified as something they don't want to be identified as when they look the part that they're trying to play. That they look that role that you say that you make it sound like people should be able to fill. So I'm already getting a sense of hypocrisy right here, or contradictory statements here from the first part and this second part, because you said something that she's learning what gender roles are, and my daughter's learning to be herself, and she's also learning what people see females and guys as, and then in the second part you act like that's a bad thing. Again, let me restate this. A guy wanted to be represented as a female who dresses female, who has no conflicting looks or whatever, is the same as this. Are you kidding me? That's lazy.
Would make more of these quote-unquote informative animal violence-related comics. But to truly
nothing like it.
Subtle as a Terrence and Philip fart context of this horrible webcomic, I just have to read it out to you.
Good.
End of civilization.
You're lucky to be a girl. You get to wear anything you want.
What is with these stupid voices that a lot of these drama tubers make? Why don't you present it the way it's supposed to be presented and not in some stupid fashion? Whatever. Little gripe.
What? Whether you wear dresses or pants, people won't make fun of you. It seems more important for boys to stick to stereotypes. It annoys me.
Well, you don't have to follow those models. As for me, people thought I was a boy, but they were wrong.
Are you telling me that I can be myself without taking into consideration what society imposes on me? It seems to me others are in a better position to know who I am inside, no?
I know. It sounds like common sense. You don't even need to be a boy or a girl if you don't feel like it.
No need to be a boy or a girl? Are you crazy? What would happen to social cohesion? People won't be able to make assumptions about my behavior or actions? I'd be treated like an individual.
I'm laughing because he actually is right. Children don't talk like this.
I already thought about my preferred name, Sand Rat. Can I borrow a skirt for tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
What are you doing with the boy's coat, Steffi?
It's my coat from last year when my father tried to get me into racing. But clothes don't have any gender. Girls can also like blue and red.
You little hypocrite. In a previous comic, you were freaking out because you were being forced to wear guys' clothing.
Weekend with Dad.
You hypocrite! In the previous section of this video, you were saying that it was perfectly fine for, people to get insulted and learn their gender roles. Now, this is apparently a problem. Back to the stupid voices.
Is coming to get a computer I just fixed. Could you go change, please?
Why? That skirt is pretty, don't you think?
It's because, my friend knows that I have a son and not a daughter.
It will be a surprise then.
Sadly, it doesn't happen that way. My friend will laugh at me and you if he ever sees you in this skirt.
People laugh at me anyway. I don't care if you're a friend, which I
Father of the year, folks.
Too. Buddy, he'll think that I'm raising you badly and that I'm not a good model for you. See, nobody talks like that. I think you meant good role model. There's that bad writing I'm talking. Enter that 11-year-old speak here for you. Here we go.
So you want to compensate for your insecurity regarding your masculinity and your parenting skills by denying my identity?
Good boy. Now here's how this unlikable character looks like to me. Here's how this comic should have gone.
Weekend with Dad!
A friend of mine is coming to get a computer I just fixed. Could you go change, please?
Why? The entire world must know I'm a boy that wears girls' clothing. Me, 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 me.
I'm starting to see why this video was removed, because I'm starting to feel insulted by this. Need I repeat myself again? This is a guy wanting to identify as a girl that dresses in girls' clothing, and that apparently that's a problem. How the hell is this guy, or how the hell is this girl imposing her will against others? How is she saying, hey, you all need to dress like girls? This isn't in the comic at all. Where the hell is the problem in this? I see her problem. I see the problems that she's facing. She wants to be identified as something. She goes to the extent of looking the way that she wants to be identified, and that's a problem. And then other people insult her for looking the way that she wants to and identifying that way. She says, no, that's not true. I identify as a girl. And then that's a problem. What the fuck? Like, I see why this video was removed now, because I almost feel like it is bigotry. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. No wonder it was removed.
It's because, my friend knows that I have a son and not a daughter.
Perfect. One more idiot I can make uncomfortable.
Listen.
Because that's the girl's purpose, right? Or that's the girl's goal, right? Is to make everyone feel uncomfortable. This is so mind-numbingly stupid at this point. Asalieri has no idea what he's talking about. This makes me feel bad because, like I said, if someone is identifying and going to the extent that they're trying to look that way, and other people say, well, you're a guy, but I want to identify as a girl. That should be the end of the issue. But, I don't even see what Asalieri is coming from here. It is so mind-numbingly stupid what I'm hearing.
There's no need to go advertising everywhere the fact that you're trans. It's no one's business but your own. Now put some pants on and stop giving me shit.
But if I wear pants, they won't know that I'm special or different and edgy like I want everyone in the world.
I'm starting to become infuriated at this video with how stupid and how misrepresenting it is of this whole comic.
I think I'll just be a boring boy.
Silly boy, you are boring. This is why you feel you have to be the center of attention always. Now run along and change, okay?
Actually, I think I get it. Asalieri thinks that, and I guess maybe this is with all transgenders or whatever, that transgenders are just looking for attention. I took a psychology class in high school, and there is actually something called gender identity disorder. And these people they feel like they were born in the wrong body. They feel like that they were supposed to be a girl, but is actually a guy, or vice versa, and they go to extents to like genital mutilation. They spend tons of money on reconstructive surgery, stuff like this. This is an actual disorder, but Asalieri apparently feels that they're all just out for attention. Like look at me, I'm a boy dressed up as a girl. Look at me, look at me. It's stupid. It's so it's an archaic way of thinking about this issue, because now that there's a lot of people that are doing this, that feel free to open up and come out as transgender or gay or stuff like that, they're looking for attention. This is ridiculous. No wonder that disclaimer was there at the first part of the video. He knows that this is sounding exactly like what it is, so he has to put that disclaimer. That's probably where that video, I'm not transphobic, but, came from. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. Ignorant.
Okay?
So you want to compensate for your insecurity regarding your masculinity and your parenting skills by denying my identity?
And here's how it should have ended. Give that self-entitled little brat
Wow.
what he deserves. Oh, but I digress. We were on this bus stop one.
You know what? Yeah, this video definitely deserved to be taken down. This is ridiculous. This is stupid.
Okay, so continue.
I'm not even transgender. I'm not gay. I'm a completely straight heterosexual male, and this insults me because I feel bad for the person I feel bad for the person in the comic.
Good day, laddie.
Strangely, yeah.
What's gonna do is...
Aw, hell no. Come on, fucker. She ain't no lad. Apologize now.
A little bit of racism, stereotyping there. Maybe not racism, but stereotyping right there.
Let's trade. When I'm mistaken for a boy, it only makes me laugh, since I've never been invalidated as a girl.
You're the best.
Well, I got cis privileges, sister, so I better use them, right?
There's more of that feminist lingo for you. Forget banning bossy. We need to remove the word privilege from these idiots and give it its original meaning back. No, thinking you're impervious to ridicule based on what you choose to wear is not privilege. You silly, moronic, shitty cartoonist, you.
Don't you feel like you don't deserve to be insulted or criticized because you believe your videos are so amazingly good and you have some sort of higher knowledge than most of the other people on YouTube? Give me a break, man.
Now here's a doozy for you called feminist witchcraft.
Goodbye, you two. See you tomorrow.
You are just a whiner. You gonna cry?
Little pussy. Sandro.
What are you gonna do now? Call your mom?
Faggot. Is there a problem here?
Oh, getting rescued by a girl.
You bet that. I'm rescuing...
So, they even recognize the guy dressing like a girl as a damn girl. So what the fuck? Again, where's the issue in this comic? I believe it raises an issue. I actually agree with this comic.
Him, and I'm doing it because I refuse to let him be the victim of your stupid virility contest that makes any ounce of femininity a pretext for violence.
What is she saying? It sounds like feminist witchcraft. It's not our fault, we swear. Cisnormativity made us do it. What the fuck? What kids on Earth talk like this?
Now, here's how it should have gone. Here's a sequence that makes perfect sense. Okay, so everything the same. I'll even keep the ridiculous anti-masculinity rant because, you know, masculinity is just so gosh darned evil. Thank you, feminists. But at the end, the kids go,
Dude, you got it all wrong! This asshole tried to steal my bike!
Yeah, he threw a can at me during lunch. We were just standing up for ourselves.
or actually, if you really want to capture the heart...
What the fuck is this? Like, what he's trying, it seems like he's trying to purposely put shit in your head that doesn't even exist. Where did this come from? It sounded to me like it was a bunch of generic bullies, like, insulting a person for looking different and, you know, just like Asalieri probably was when he was little. But I guess Asalieri just decides, well, let's throw in that it's not their fault. What the fuck? With no context, he just tosses in something to make you feel like it was the other person's fault. What the hell is this? Like, I see why it's bigoted nonsense. I see why it was removed.
Harsh reality of, well, reality. Here's how this argument really would have gone. Same. Then...
I have a penis, fuckwads.
Wait, you're a dude?
And, well, the ending...
Again, let's try and force it to fit into Asalieri's agenda. They called her a girl. Mission accomplished. Where's the problem? But no, Asalieri feels that all transgender people are out looking for attention. This is such a propaganda piece on his part. He thinks this is a propaganda piece. He is making this video as a propaganda piece. Let's generalize every single transgender and make it about, you know, that they're seeking attention. What the fuck? This video, how many likes does it have? Oh my god, this is ridiculous. This is so stupid. So many ignorant and stupid people are liking this video, and they're subscribing to Asalieri, and this is the kind of nonsense he's perpetuating. This is what he's given to his viewers. This is retarded.
Writes itself, and it would have been glaringly realistic, and possibly even make
all transgenders are out looking for attention, guys. Do I need to hammer that in your head anymore?
Like police rag that is best used as toilet paper for prisons. That would certainly make me think twice about robbing a convenience store. If you want me to check out and possibly make fun of more of these ridiculous and unfun webcomics, give me a hell yeah. As for you, Sophie LaBelle, shame on you for poisoning the internet with yet more self-entitled...
I'm going to stop it right here, because I'm pretty sure the rest is just a bunch of nonsensical ranting about how transgenders are out looking for attention. This is exactly what this video was about. Now I see why it was pulled from YouTube, because it is bigoted nonsense. It is something that is trying to, he's trying to push his agenda on people, where he thinks that every transgender is out looking for attention, apparently. This person that wants to identify as a girl, dresses like a girl, and thus gets identified as a girl, is out looking for attention. What the fuck? This pisses me off. This is stupid. This is retarded. And to have 193 likes? This is nonsense. So let's look at the rest of this stuff and the way Vappy Gaming does. He looks at the ratings and the description. This video is not bullying, and by taking it down, you are allowing others to bully people into silence. If anything, this comment itself is bullying. No, it's not. The person, Asalieri, who uploaded this, who's trying to generalize people and would identify, he would probably do all this stuff himself, who would beat the crap out of a child for simply wanting to identify as the gender she is trying to represent, which is the mature and correct way to do things, that's bullying. Those voices were hilarious. I'd love to see Asalieri do more. Oh my god. This is so stupid. I can see why this video got flagged for bullying. It alluded to the physical attack on an 11-year-old twice, not to mention that the criticisms are baseless and completely misrepresentative of the comic itself. This guy is completely correct. Not every one of Asalieri's criticisms of the comic do not exist in the freaking comic. He had to add them in himself to get his agenda out there. This is so stupid. I can't believe so many people like this. And those last few seconds are essentially saying trans people shouldn't make their grievances known if it offends my sensibilities. Completely correct. People laughing. Yeah. The fact that you ended the video with the message that trans people should be proud of themselves and not ashamed of their identities is rendered meaningless by the fact that you spent literally the entire video making fun of them and invalidating their identities. Trans people are not women who identify as men or men who identify as women. They are not cisgender people who others regard as having features that are too masculine or too feminine. Oh my god, I didn't realize that was this much. I'm just going to read this paragraph. Their identities are not a romantic or sexual orientation, nor do they define what kind of clothes they wear, and sex and gender are not the same thing. They just happen to link up in the way that you think it... They just happen to link up in the way you think of in cisgender, cis-sexual people. Being open about one's gender identity is not just a defense against erroneous assumptions about one's sexuality. Gender plays a large role in how people interact with each other in our gender binary society. I feel like this is a transgender rant almost, or a rant from a transgender. But, and this is coming from someone who's not familiar with cis whatever. This is coming from someone who knows what, transgender is, who took classes on it, who is actually familiar with the problems that arise with it. This was just a propaganda piece promoting that he believes every transgender apparently is out looking for attention. This is so stupid and retarded. It is ridiculous. Asalieri is gaining subscribers. He's gaining fans. He's misrepresenting people off of stuff like this. I'm almost to the point where I don't even like. At one point, I believe I was watching Asalieri because it was funny to watch, like, you know, how many fails he was doing and everything, and how he was, you know, fumbling over what he was saying, you know, getting butthurt at everything. But if the fact that people are supporting this is pathetic and it's sad. I gotta stop this video. I'm so fucking pissed off because I know what it's like to be misrepresented and to people. I was tall and skinny in middle school, and people were calling me like fag and that I was a girl and stuff like that, you know, generic insults and bullying. This is someone who actually wants to be a girl, wants to be and dresses like a girl, and hell, people around her even identify her as a girl, but she's out looking for attention. You know, all she's doing is fitting into her role that she wants to be, and that's a problem. This is ridiculous. It's stupid. Oh man, it is. Oh my god! Like, I see why the video was taken down now for bullying. It is bullying. It is nonsensical. It misrepresents everything almost about transgenders. But I gotta stop. Oh my god! I hope you guys got what you wanted, because I'm heated. I gotta say, I'm heated. I see why this video was taken down, and I'm glad it was, because it is ridiculous. It is pathetic what was presented here, and anyone that supports this, they're just as stupid and ignorant as I would expect an Asalieri fan to be. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.